Hello, third grade, and welcome to our reading skill for today. We're going to continue looking at perspective and point of view. Now remember, the point of view is the who. It is who is telling the story. We looked at first person, where a character tells the story, and third person, where a narrator or an outsider tells the story. There are benefits to each one. In first person, you know the thoughts and feelings of the character, but you don't know of the others. Third person, you can know the thoughts and feelings of all, but it's not coming from the point of view of one character. Today we're going to continue looking more at perspective. And perspective is the how. How do people see the story? Perspective is the way you see something. And everyone's perspective can be different. We looked at this picture of how all of these different scientists are looking at this elephant in a different way. And because they can only see part of it, part of the story, they see it as one thing. It's a wall, it's a fan, it's a spear, when it's really just an elephant. But all of the people have a different perspective, the different way that they are looking at it and how they see the elephant. Today we're going to continue looking at perspective on our class kick. As we read through our lesson for today, through this passage, I want you to think of how the author sees football. When we think of perspective, we think of how. How does the author think of football? We'll also label which point of view this is. First person from a character or third person from the author, or from a narrator. Let's begin. Football safety is a hot topic. Do you have an opinion on the topic? Do you think it is safe for kids and teens to play football? Let me share some hard facts with you that will either support your current opinion or may cause you to rethink your position. Think right now. Do you think football is good for kids to play or not? A head concussion is a type of brain injury caused by a direct blow to the head or an indirect blow to the body. A head concussion is the #1 safety concern for football players because the consequences can be so serious and hard hits happen all the time in this sport. The brain is not fully developed until age 25, so concussions that happen during childhood or during the teen years should be prevented whenever possible. Sadly, though, it is estimated that 53% of high school athletes have had a concussion before they even entered high school. 3,800,000 concussions that happened while playing a sport were reported in 2012. Nearly half, 47%, of the concussions happened during football, and 33 of those occurred during practice. Football players who suffered one major concussion or multiple concussions may have to deal with a brain injury that led to serious lifelong consequences, like memory loss or even death. So, what do you think now? Is football a safe sport for kids to play? Now we first have to determine what the author's perspective is. And I highlighted this word right here because it is coming from first person. I see that keyword, me. So go ahead, let's write first person at the top. That is the point of view. Now his perspective on football was given by all of these warnings about concussions. Do you think if he was warning us about concussions that he thinks football is safe? No, he probably thinks it is not very safe. So let's restate our question using cups. Cross out the question words. use the question in our answer. This author's perspective is that he thinks football is dangerous. Pause the video so you can type that out. Now for this bottom part, you have 2 questions you will have to answer. So that means I will need to see 2 sentences. The first one is, what is your perspective on football? Do you think kids should play? The second part that requires evidence is, do you agree or disagree with the author? And I want you to provide your own opinions or experiences. Maybe you've had siblings that have played and they have never gotten hurt. So you think that football is safe and fun to play. And it's okay for kids to play. Use the typing tool. Use the typing tool to restate your questions and type out your answer with your opinions and experiences. Once you are finished with this, you can move on to the next activity for today.